culture. Not that I'm not defending rapists or anything like that. I think they're all scumbags. I think they should all be chemically castrated. But the conversation went in a weird direction, and all men started getting punished. One guy who really got raked over the coals was Johnny Depp for abusing Amber Heard, and she jumped all over the fucking Me Too thing. And tapes were just released, recordings of her actually beating him, and him not defending himself and like crying and shit. So she looks pretty shitty right now because she fully jumped all over. She wrote like that letter. She wrote like an editorial about Johnny Depp beating her up, and it turns out it wasn't at all. It was her beating him. So there you go. Yeah, you too. I don't follow much of Johnny Depp anymore because I think pirate movies are stupid. The first one was cool, and then the 28 after that sucked.
I still can't believe they're doing another one without him. Like,
yeah, it's Disney for you. Disney will always try to suck the blood right the fuck out of everything. Look at Land Before Time. We were talking about this on the other podcast yesterday. Land Before Time, there's like 400 of those fucking things.
Really? I only knew the first one.
Oh, no, they go on for... I think they're still making them.
Oh, Jesus.
The dinosaurs... Like, now they're just digging up the dinosaurs and finding them. But women, there you go. I hope you didn't lie. I hope, because like, if Kevin Spacey ends up coming back, like, well, that wasn't women, that was mostly dudes, but still, anyone who's lying in this thing, the truth is going to come out. It came out for Jian Ghomeshi. It's coming out for Johnny Depp. The truth will come out eventually, and women, no one will defend your asses when it does. So. Be accurate and be truthful with your accusations. This one's particularly bad for me. We did a show about this last year. I went through a very abusive relationship where I got mocked by the police until I was stabbed and bitten. I got mocked to the point where I just stopped telling anybody because it wasn't worth it. And I fully understand what a guy goes through. Actually, 1 in 10 guys go through where they're getting abused. They just don't fucking say anything because people either just make fun of you or don't believe you.
Been there, my friend. I understand. Yeah.
Don't do that. And
just so you know, there's 14 Land Before Time movies. Holy fuck.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
They're not really before time when they're going on all the fucking time. It should be land all the fucking time.
It's basically a documentary of every day in the life of a dinosaur.
It really is. And I love the first one. I don't know. We were talking about this on the other show. The other show, like it's just our other show now. You know that other one we do? We were talking about that.
We'll take it over.
I skipped over something. Anyway, women, don't beat up men.
Yeah.
Men, don't beat up women. Don't rape them. And let's just all get along, with or without our hijabs. And go to fucking Shakira for aging advice.
Yeah, I have to completely second that.
NFL, you make $14 billion a year. Fucking hire a rock band, man. The halftime people you don't get paid for the halftime show, so it doesn't, you know. They're not doing it for the money.
Death Punch. You'll play Five Finger Death Punch between fucking songs, but yeah, you won't have the band play live. I just don't get it.
Maybe if it's Jay-Z's thing. Jay-Z's picking these broads.
It
was a good song. I enjoyed the performance. I thought it was a cool performance, actually. But it's not a fucking Super Bowl performance.
Oh, it was a very Latin, very danceable thing this year, but I think, and you compare that to like Katy Perry, pardon me, when she did her halftime thing, that was a halftime show. That was a fucking full production. That was like out of this fucking. That was insane.
Britney Spears and Aerosmith was fucking awesome.
Again, fantastic. But yeah, thank God they both can dance really well, because I don't know. I was disappointed with the lacklusterness of it.
It has been for a long time. I found that with Coldplay's. I found that with the Bruno Mars horrible debacle. And you can go back to the look at fucking Janet Jackson. She ruined her life on the fucking Super Bowl.
I'm still so bothered by that. Nothing about Justin Timberlake, or that he's the one who fucking ripped it off her chest, but she gets all the flack for it. That was bullshit.
Yeah, the whole thing was bullshit. And Jesus Christ, now that would be not even that wouldn't even register on anyone's radar as like the slightest bit shocking.
No. It really wouldn't.
It was a nipple.
It's just insane. It was a covered nipple. It wasn't even a bare nipple.
Right?
It was a covered nipple. There is nothing to be freaking out about. It's a covered nipple. Get over yourselves.
It was the fucking coronavirus of Super Bowl crises. People just grabbed onto it and went, "This is bad." And we went, "Why? I don't know, but it's fucking bad." And that chick should not sing anymore.
She should be ashamed of herself.
Fuck. But Justin Timberlake's albums went up 214% or something like that. And she just tanked.
Oh, it's just discrimination at its best, I guess. I don't know.
I still question whether Janet Jackson actually exists, or if that was just a weird joke that Michael played on the world.
Oh, that's the reason why they released that single and video together. Did they? That's all I'm saying.
Nobody in that video looked like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson hasn't looked like Michael Jackson. The fuck are we kidding?
No, but he's particularly freakish in that video. And it's a good song. I actually like that song. I don't remember it at all. I just remember at the time I liked it. And that Janet Jackson was pretty much as close as we had to a hot chick at the time, so there was some rough years there in the early 90s where like Missy Elliott was good looking. It was a weird. Everyone was wearing baggy jeans. It was a weird time. We didn't know.
It was difficult for our generation because we came out of spandex. We were expecting to see this sort of thing, and then all of a sudden, everybody's all baggy shit. We're like, what the hell?
Everyone's baggy shit. Crisscross has everyone wearing their shit backwards. And you had some weird crushes, like Missy Elliott or Taylor Hanson.
Taylor Hanson. I'm sitting here racking my brain. The fuck? Oh, Taylor. Oh, right. Gotcha. Okay.
So many people I know were pissed off that was a dude.
I still remember the first time I brought home Poison's "Look What the Cat Dragged In" album, and my dad looked at the cover and he's like, "Oh, the blonde's pretty cute." I'm like, "Yeah, his name's Brett."
That's awesome.
He was. It's like his whole world had crashed down. I was like, "What do you fucking listen to?"
I don't understand that era. Now, it's a little before my time. I was into the music and stuff, but I wasn't into dating and shit per se yet. I don't get how that was attractive. Like, how that was sexy to look like a chick.
Well,
and the more
remember.
Now there was a certain masculinity to it or whatever, but you're dressed like a chick. What the fuck? Why were girls digging that? I don't get it.
Yeah, as far as I saw of everything, it was just seemed more of only like actual rock stars were the ones that where dudes got to dress up like chicks. That was it. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
no, there
like,
was no average dude on the street was doing that.
No.
But the more feminine you look, the cooler you were. Look at Europe, or even Sebastian Bach in his heyday was. And Sebastian Bach can sing. He didn't sing like a chick, but he was effeminate.
Yeah, you're not lying. Oh, fucking lots of them were, but yeah, it was that's one of the things I always laugh at with Guns N' Roses, because Guns N' Roses, when they first came with Appetite, Axl Rose was very glam. They were
A little bit, yeah.
Slash not so much, but Duff McKagan was kind of glammy, sort of New York Dollsy punk sort of glam.
They're also credited for destroying it, though.
Well, and that's for me. That's what's really funny, because it literally, the glam thing lasted as long as the album first came out. But by the time they were like, they hit it huge, the glam thing was long gone.
Yeah, and is pretty much just the Welcome to the Jungle video, and then after that, he straightened his hair and got a little tougher.
That's right. Yeah, knocked off the mascara and.
But he was always kind of tough. Like, he didn't do glam very well. I think that's probably why they told him to stop it.
I just thought that because I didn't think, because there was no cohesion in the band, they weren't all glammed up. It was basically just him full glam,
yeah,
Duff partial, and then Slash, Izzy, and fucking Adler just regular dudes.
Well, yeah, that's because they were like, they're from the Strip, right? They grew up in it. It's like you come to Vancouver dressed what you think like people in Vancouver dress like, and then you're like, oh wait, what the fuck? You're not all hipster douchebags? No, most people aren't.
Wow.
And he comes like Duff and Slash. They're right in the thick of it. Axl comes from fucking Fort Bumblefuck, Indiana.
It's funny when you think of like states like Ohio that like produces like Slipknot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck does that come? Like, are you that bored that you come up with that? Wow, that's insane.
Right? It's always the place. Like, look at Seattle. It rains more than Vancouver, and there's nothing better to do but sit in your basement and fucking play your guitar. That's why you end up with 1,000 bands at the same time that are all fucking awesome.
Because they all got nothing else to do but sit inside and practice.
Yeah. Mudhoney has a new album coming out, by the way, and apparently it is fucking awesome.
Oh, fantastic. I'll be looking out for that.
Very cool to look out for. What else? That's it for February 2nd stuff. Palindrome Day, Hijab Day. Very, very cool. One thing before I get too serious on everybody's ass. Canada. Oh, Canada. CISA says we are very high on the list for cyber attacks and just traditional old school espionage. There was alleged attempts to tamper with our election, and then I guess the countries just gave up because what the fuck? You can't tamper with a Canadian election because who gives a fuck?
It's very simple. Whoever didn't win last time wins the next time.
Right?
It's just...
It's pretty much. It's like the point we give you in football. Just when you make it to the end zone without scoring, we just give you a point. Then we do that in fucking politics too. We're like, yeah, just give it to him. Fuck the dude.
Okay.
He already paid. Made all those signs.
He made that speech once. We'll give it to him. It's fine.
CISA says we currently face espionage threats. Traditional old school spying is still the most effective type of threat against us, coming from China, India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Venezuela, and Russia. All being watched. They're all spying on us. And they're all figuring out there's nothing fucking here to deal with. What are spies coming up with when they get to Canada? Yeah, there's nobody here.
Yeah. Like, a spy could come out and announce that he's a spy and he's here to spy on us. We'd be like, that's cool. Do you want to go for a beer?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you everything you need to know, eh?
Right? I don't care.
You don't gotta sneak around, bud.
No, man. Well, we'll tell you whatever you need to know. We're fine.
We don't got no secrets here.